Economic freedom is key to women's empowerment, yet women all around the world often face significant barriers to achieving this financial freedom, including disproportionate access to capital, limited access to education, and socio-cultural barriers.
Here in Guatemala, these challenges are compounded by widespread inequality and discrimination. The intersectionality of factors such as race, gender, and demographics means that the face of poverty is primarily young, female, and indigenous. High levels of exclusion permeate all aspects of life. Less than 40% of indigenous women are literate. Only 9% of indigenous girls go to school. Over 50% of indigenous girls fall pregnant by the age of 19, further reducing their chances of encountering formal work and provoking an ongoing vicious circle of poverty. Indigenous girls are at a clear disadvantage. To be born indigenous and female in Guatemala is an almost guaranteed future of sickness, illiteracy, poverty, and violence. But we can change this.
One of the sectors that offers the greatest hope for overcoming these challenges is the tourism sector. The sector has outpaced the growth of the global economy for the last 10 years, and over the past 5 years was responsible for the creation of 1 in every 4 jobs worldwide. But for a sector with this level of impact and influence, strategies for responsible management are essential. Mass tourism has been often blamed for exploiting poor people and endangering biodiversity. In Guatemala, the growth in the tourism sector has not been inclusive or locally driven, with most tourist offerings being run through private outside investment. Many indigenous communities find themselves as unwilling recipients with little agency or active participation. Tourism must be developed inclusively and managed sustainably to overcome these challenges and seize the opportunities tourism can generate for communities around the world.
The number of travelers actively seeking out authentic natural and cultural experiences in unspoiled destinations is growing, but the number of experiences that can be considered inclusive and sustainable are limited. Casa Maya exists to fill this gap. Casa Maya is a social enterprise that promotes sustainable tourism while providing long-term livelihoods to the local population, particularly women. The enterprise partners with local stakeholders including government, microfinance, and nonprofits to help young women build capacity and prepare themselves and their homes to be market ready. It then uses a proprietary homestay management platform to help these women overcome the technical and technological barriers that restrict their interaction with more traditional online booking platforms. In 2017, we piloted Casa Maya. The pilot achieved annual sales around 82% of average gross national income. In a post-pilot evaluation, one of the women working with the project commented, "Casa Maya has given me freedom both economically and in other aspects of my life. Discovering the power of my own voice, taking a leadership role in my community, enhancing the infrastructure, and improving the health and hygiene conditions for my family." Casa Maya is an innovative solution for inclusive and sustainable tourism. By becoming Casa Maya host, young indigenous women decrease the amount of time spent on unpaid domestic and care work by over 40%, increase household income generation by an average of 300%, and increase income through tourism activities in their community fivefold. In 2019, Casa Maya was named the winner of the Guatemalan Tourism Institute Social Entrepreneurship for Sustainable Tourism competition. We are now working with the Tourism Institute and additional government bodies, as well as a leading Central American social entrepreneurship accelerator, to expand Casa Maya across the country. So what's next for Casa Maya? In partnership with CrowdFund 17, we're working to raise £32,000 in donations. These funds will support us to expand our prototype to 2 new cohorts of hosts, build our online platform and digital marketing strategy, and collect further impact data to secure investment and scale.
Please help us in our mission to harness the potential of tourism to advance women's equality and inclusion and build a better future for young girls in Guatemala and around the world.